Well, hey everybody, and greetings from California. My name is Ben Allen, California State Senator Ben Allen, and I first just want to say how much I enjoyed spending time with so many of you at the NCSL conference in LA earlier this year. We were so proud to have hosted the conference in Los Angeles, and we certainly hope that everybody had a good time. I'm very sorry that I can't be there in person with you today to accept this very special honor in person, but I do think that I have a good excuse. This holiday season, my wife Melanie and I are celebrating a wonderful new gift. That's our newborn baby boy, our little son Ezra Michael Allen. That's why I can't be there. In fact, I'm sure that as this video is playing to all of you, I'm probably at home very glamorously changing a diaper. Now, it's certainly our hope that our little boy will grow up to be a great lover and appreciator of the arts. And so without further ado, let me thank Americans for the Arts and the National Conference of State Legislators for this extraordinary honor, the Public Leadership in Arts Award. I also want to thank Joe Landon with the California Alliance for Arts Education. Joe nominated me for this award, and he's been a principled and tireless advocate for the arts in our great state. Now, my passion for the arts started with my parents. This award is their award as well. They instilled a love for the arts in me from a very early age. My mother is a working artist. She's a painter. She works also in ceramics. She was very involved in local arts leadership in our hometown of Santa Monica. My father, Michael, is an English professor emeritus at UCLA, where he spent much of his career teaching great works of literature and theater, including, of course, the extraordinary William Shakespeare. And we like to go to Shakespeare plays together. I dabbled in the arts myself. I played clarinet and piano as a youth. I love photography. In my senior year of high school, I had the ignominious honor of securing a starring role as Captain Hook in our high school musical Peter Pan. Now, it certainly didn't launch an acting career for me, but that's exactly the point. You don't need to be an artist to benefit from participating in the arts. And I will also say that playing a hapless singing pirate king was perfect preparation for life in the state legislature. So as I launched my political career with my local school board, an additional lens was added to my perspective on arts education. That came with an increased awareness of the value of equity. It's my strong feeling that access to the arts should not be a right of geography or privilege. Every student deserves the benefits that only creative expression can deliver. Not only that, we know that a high-quality arts education can really be the difference maker between whether a disaffected student drops out or stays in school. So we've spent some serious time looking at expanding arts education access in our state. I've used my role as chair of the legislature's Joint Committee on the Arts to shine a spotlight not only on the important role that the arts and humanities play in our state's cultural vibrancy and our creative economy, but also how critical the arts are to a truly comprehensive education for students. And it's with pride and an acknowledgement of the shared accomplishments of my state and of my colleagues and of my team that I humbly accept this award. Thank you for recognizing the success of our bill, SB 916, aka TADA, the Theater and Dance Act, which restored single-subject credentials for theater and dance educators. It was not an easy bill to pass, and it took a village, but eventually we did do it together and the bill was signed into law. We were also able to get significant funding for arts education grants in this year's budget, and Joe was a big part of that effort. And we've really been using the Arts Committee hearings to build support for arts, culture, and the humanities, both in the legislature and throughout the state, putting focus on emphasis on the film and television production tax incentive, examining the successes of our Veterans in Arts grants programs, which utilize the arts to help rehabilitate our veterans who have served our country, looking at cultural and arts districts, and the many financial challenges facing working artists, among many, many other topics. So we're going to keep working. I want to work with arts champions from all over the country, so many of you there tonight. Our nation's future and our nation's soul depends on a citizenry that embraces creativity, difference, outside-the-box thinking, and the creative beauty that is at the heart of the arts. Thank you again for this very distinct honor. Have a great event. I look forward to seeing you on your next visit to California.